Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be a little bit different. When it comes out, I will actually be at my cottage, and I am staying at my cottage for more than a week, which if you follow this channel you know I'm really busy in the summer. So everybody took the same week off that gave me a week off, which means that I get to go to my cottage and hang out with my mom, and I am super excited. But I wanted to make sure you guys still got a video, and I thought this one would be kind of funny and something different. So as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be sharing the story of the very first time I ever got pulled over, and I just so happened to have 5 kids in the car with me. Anybody who knows me has probably already heard this story, but it is one of my favorites because it was like complete chaos. So to start from the beginning, like I said, if you follow my channel you know life gets really busy for me. So on this particular day I had 5 kids, and it was already a little bit chaotic. It was after school. I had picked up 3 kids, driven and got 2 more kids. We had to go to their house, get their gymnastics clothes. Then we had to go back to the first 3 kids' school because the youngest had left his lunch behind. We got that. We went to the park, leave the park, take all 5 kids to the 2 kids' gymnastics where we were going to meet their dad there, and then me and the 3 kids were going to leave and go back to their house. Yes. It was as crazy as it sounds when I explain it like that. It was nuts. And as you can all imagine, anytime you have kids involved, everything takes longer than you expect. So on this day, like I said, we were at the park. We went to leave the park and someone fell. So already my kid time is messed up. It's taking us longer to leave the park than I anticipated because we obviously had to console, get band-aids, get everything situated, then get everybody in the car and get on our way. So we went from being probably like 5 or 10 minutes early to gymnastics to like getting there right when gymnastics was gonna start. So these kids had convinced me to put on a movie because I have the DVD player in my car, and I don't know if this is the same for every car, but when the DVD player is down in my car, I can't really see out the rear view mirror, just my side mirrors. All I see when I look in the rear view is the back of the DVD player. So I pull up to a stop sign, I stop, I look all around me like you do at a stop sign, and I noticed there was a cop car. Didn't think much of it, and I carried on my way. I'm driving a little bit, and all of a sudden I realize I'm looking at my side mirror, and I realize that there's flashing lights behind me. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's going to pull somebody over. So I pull off to the side, and then he pulls off behind me, and I was like, what the heck? So instantly in my mind, I'm like trying to think of anything that I could have done that would make me get pulled over. Can't think of a thing. I have no idea why I'm getting pulled over. So then I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's because I have so many kids in the car because all the windows were down, the movie's going, it was pretty loud in our car, and I'm like, maybe he wants to check my car seats to make sure like all the kids are in the right seat. I did have one friend who was old enough, she was sitting in my passenger seat, so I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. So he comes up to my car and he tells me, you know, you didn't stop long enough at that stop sign, and you know we kept emphasizing the long enough part and all of this, so it was a big kerfuffle. I was really confused, and you know he says driver's license, registration, insurance, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my driver's license is in my trunk, because when I have kids everywhere, especially in my passenger seat, I put all my bags in the trunk. So I said, can I get out and go get it? And he's like, absolutely. Like, I cannot say enough how polite, respectful, nice this police officer was. I have nothing but respect for police officers. He was very respectful to me. He was very nice. He explained everything. I think he could tell that I was somewhat nervous, and I was like, I've never been pulled over before. Is this what you need? When he asked me for my registration, because I was like, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you're asking me for. And so he was super nice, and I could not have been more appreciative for him being so understanding towards me not having a clue what was going on. The whole time this is going on, the kids in the back of the car are losing their minds. Legitimately losing their minds. So 2 of them have a family member who is a police officer. So they're like, I know so-and-so, do you know so-and-so? And I know that, and going on and on and on about everything they know about police officers. The little boy who had fallen in the park, he's now going on and on about how real police officers have guns. If you're a real police officer, you have a gun. You should show me your gun so I know you're real. On and on and on and on and on, and mostly about his gun. So I was like, oh my goodness. The one little girl is losing her mind because the movie's been paused because I couldn't hear the guy over the movie, so I paused the movie. So she's losing her mind about, when are you going to press play on the movie? Can you please press play on the movie? And one of the other kids was like, are you arresting Miss Taylor? What's going to happen if Miss Taylor gets arrested? Are we going to be left on the side of the road? Do I have to get out of the car? What's going on with Miss Taylor? Are you going to take her to jail? Is she a criminal? Did she do something wrong? Like, they're just throwing 10,000 questions at this poor police officer all at the same time. And all of these 4 kids are doing this while the police officer and I are talking. And I'm like, he's gonna arrest me just because these kids are being crazy. So I got out, got my driver's license, gave it to him. I asked us to get back in the car. Everything was good. I told the kids to please be quiet and to stop harassing the police officer. But as you can imagine, that didn't really go so well, because although I'm telling them this, I can only lay down the law so much without sounding like I'm yelling at 4 children when there's a police officer like right there. So we do all that, and he comes back up and he's trying so hard to, again, still be nice. He's explaining to me the process that I can go through, because I had said I had never had a ticket before, I had never been pulled over. So he's explaining to me my options, my choices, and how. And he had brought stickers for the kids because they had been yelling at him, so I guess he realized they had noticed him and whatever, and he came back up with stickers. And like I said, 2 of the kids have a family member who's a police officer, so they're both like, I can get those stickers from so-and-so, I don't need your stickers. And I'm like, the little boy is still asking continuously, if you're a real police officer, where's your gun? If you're a real police officer, just show me your gun. Is that your gun on your hip? Can I see it? Will you take it out? Can you show me it? Have you ever shot it? He is asking like 10,000 questions about the police officer's gun. The other little girl is still saying, you know, if you just hurried up and did whatever with Miss Taylor, then she would put the movie back on. So the police officer had clued in that they were all calling me Miss Taylor. So he was like, oh, how do you know all of these kids? And I'm like, crap. Because at this point, we're already going to be late to gymnastics. I've got 5 kids in the car that are driving me crazy. I'm driving the police officer crazy. And now he's asking me, how are they mine? Or how I know them. And they're not my kids. And so I was like, I nanny for a lot of families, and it overlapped today, so I had both families. And he just looked at me and was like, oh, you are a brave, brave soul. And just like patted the side of my car and just walked back to his car. And again, I cannot say how much respect I have for police officers. I cannot say how nice and polite and respectful this police officer was. He did humor the little boy a little bit and tell him, like, yes, I do have a gun, whatever. He didn't show it to us. He didn't want to bring it out. He didn't want to talk about if he had ever shot it. But he did try to answer the kids' questions. He did humor the little girls and was like, oh, who's that? You know a so-and-so? Do you know where they work? Do you know where they are a police officer? Like, he did try to humor the kids. I don't think he said anything to the one asking about the movie, but he talked to all the other kids and like tried to interact. Like, he was just so nice and so sweet. But I swear, those kids have scarred me so bad from being pulled over with them that I was like, oh my goodness. Like I said, there is more to that story that involves more of the ticket side than it does the children's side that I could totally get into in a whole nother video, but it would make this video like 30 minutes long if I got into it all. I also have some more funny stories like that about things kids do and say when I take them out places, so definitely let me know if you guys would be interested in those by clicking the like button and subscribing. Leave a comment. Like I said, I'll be at the cottage, so you guys won't see a video for a while because we don't have internet when we're up there, but I will be posting them as regularly as I can when I get back, so make sure you click subscribe so you know when a new video goes up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.